All right, everybody, welcome to I'll Tell You What, your weekly dose of uninformed analysis from your good friends Chad, Caitlin, and Elliot.
Hey! Guys, this is number 10.
It's a thing.
We've made it to double digits.
Holy cow.
What started out as a, in my opinion, bogus, like not going to happen New Year's resolution amongst three friends has turned into 10 episodes of
and counting.
A podcast, yeah.
We did a little podcast strategy session the other day, and we planned out the next 2 months.
Yeah, we did.
So we're gonna have guests coming up. We have topics ready to go.
We've got some exciting things coming up. I'm actually really super pumped about the cool people we're gonna have join us on this thing.
We're literally going on a nationwide tour.
I'd say so.
Well, a
Eastern
regional
Seaboard,
nationwide tour.
Central-ish.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
planes,
I'm
trains,
curious.
and automobiles to get there.
Yeah, we're crossing the time zone.
Mm-hmm.
What did you?
It's gonna be a long trip.
How many episodes did you two think we would actually do? What was your actual estimate?
I don't think I had any expectations.
Yeah.
None.
I thought after 5 we might lose some steam on the schedule part, but we've
Yeah.
actually
It's been
stuck
tough.
to that. I think
And I fought against this weekly schedule.
You did.
I wanted to do
as the person who does most of the actual work
Yeah,
to
it
make
makes
these
sense.
happen. That is completely.
I wanted to do it every other week.
I know.
Bi-weekly, bi-monthly. What is that?
But our fans
Both,
have been
I think.
engaged, and
Weird.
we want to deliver for them.
Sure.
Because
I know,
they
and
let us
I
know
really
they like
pushed
it.
back on you, Elliot. I'm like, no, that's the wrong approach. We have to do it weekly. We have to get momentum, blah, blah, blah.
Which, that's the right call.
Yeah, but then in the last couple of weeks, I was like, oh, shit. I was like, I think Elliot might have been right. I'm tired.
And that statement
but I'm still having a lot of fun.
That's a phrase that's rarely uttered.
I know. And
spoken.
I know.
But what I will say is, I think
it.
the thinking about carving out the space is one thing, but once we get here, this is a safe space for us to engage with each other, and I enjoy the hour and a half, and 20 minutes that we spend.
Yeah,
you're
with
right
each other
though.
in this
However,
space.
every time
it's more like a 4-hour thing, but we get it set up and then broken down. Yeah.
Right before we start, I'll speak for myself. I think it's consistent for the two of you as well. I get incredible stage fright.
Oh, I'm
right
so
before
nervous.
we're about to start.
I know.
No matter what.
Same.
It's funny because I think that's lessened for me, and if anything, it's callousing this muscle that occasionally I have to use.
I like
that
that.
I
Chad.
have to use in my professional life now and then as well. So if anything, I'm going to be better at my job because of this job.
Yeah, but here's the question: can you talk about the same nonsense?
I mean, I'm
probably.
Yeah.
getting kind of loose
corn
and wild
chowder
over there
for
too.
sure.
I mean, this is foolish, right?
Oh, beyond a doubt.
But we have a good time, and we have a supportive, a small but mighty.
No, it's growing. Our listener
Every
base
day,
is growing.
there's more people joining the nation.
What do we have? 1,000 subscribers?
Yeah, something like that. 1,200, I think. Last time we checked.
Our audio listeners don't know that I just winked real hard.
Yeah. No, we're
just
in the
agree to it.
we're in the triple digits.
We've crossed into the triple digits.
Mark. Yes, and we're grateful to each and every one of you.
Yeah,
and still are at the point where we know you all by name.
To go back to the what did we think we would get to? I think I didn't actually know if we would actually get to this or not, but my initial plan was to do 1 year. To do this for a year, to do 52 episodes, maybe 50, depending. But my goal has always been, let's get to a year. Let's do this for a year.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can keep it up.
Yeah.
And so far, 10 in, we've done it.
We've done it.
Yeah.
And we've traveled with it. And we're going to continue to travel with it. We're having guests on.
I know.
We've got quite the slate lined up, so I'm excited about that.
We just need 42
more ideas.
topics.
So we've done a fifth of it already. So
that's true. And folks are sending in ideas, and they're all fantastic.
Right.
And we will get to all of them.
Yeah, and if just so you know, if you have sent in an idea, it's been heard.
It has.
Yes.
And it's being slotted in the future.
We do read your emails, even though we had some drama earlier tonight about the password into the email account.
We did have a lot of drama.
We ironed it out, though.
Elliot freaked out because he couldn't get into the
freak
email.
out.
It was a bit of a freak out.
Our listeners are going to get the wrong idea about me.
They've
just said,
got
guys,
the right
do you know
idea.
the password?
They've had 10 episodes to build up that idea. I think everyone's comfortable in where they're at.
I didn't freak out.
He freaked out.
I didn't freak out.
There's a little bit of, guys!
Okay. I got nervous.
Yeah.
I was like, did somebody hack us?
Yeah. That would have been fun, though.
Are we on somebody's radar?
We're big enough now that we might get hacked.
and you know what, y'all? That would have been some content to talk about.
Ooh, that would have been good content.
Yeah, all right. We'll stage a hacking. It'll be like a fake kidnapping.
Anybody out there that knows how to hack, try it.
No.
This is a lot of inside baseball so far on this pod.
So far.
Yeah.
He'll fix it in post.
Yeah, he will fix it in post.
always do.
Elliot always gives himself a very generous edit. I just want to let listeners know. Sorry, just let me finish here, Elliot.
Gasp.
That it goes without saying that Elliot says some wild stuff on this podcast, right? You're only hearing half of it.
No.
Oftentimes, Elliot will say something so far in left field that Chad and I will look at each other and be like, yikes.
Yeah. Yet again, Caitlin's words are intelligent gold just spewing out towards
And
you.
it never makes it to air.
Okay. Let me defend myself for a minute here.
He has the power of the pen.
What's the phrase in improv?
Yes, and.
Yes, and, right? So sometimes I make a joke, I make a statement, I'm looking for a yes and. I'm looking for you guys to play with me in the space. Yeah. And I just get blank stares.
Well, because no one wants to touch that third rail.
I do edit the episodes, and most of the time it's how can I trim me out a little bit?
Yeah.
That's generally what the edits
we appreciate that.
end up being.
We appreciate that.
I think the audience does as well.
But suffice it to say, a lot of the things that we do and say incorrectly still make it into the episodes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we thought...
And we put it on our audience to engage with it. Let us know. Yeah. We are open to the feedback and the criticism.
And you all come through.
Yes.
All right? You let us
through.
know. You write into the mailbag. You text us. You call us. You stop us in the hallway. You're not shy about letting us know where maybe we misstep. And,
I think
we appreciate that.
We make ourselves a little too accessible.
Yeah, that might be part
feedback.
of it.
And we're learning and we're growing through the process. So we do appreciate you and look forward to you continuing to do so.
Yes. And there's two of our listeners in particular who have really...
They've really stepped up to the plate.
They have. So our friend Brian.
Chad, quickly, who was Brian?
Brian is one of my best friends. He was the best man at my wedding. Lives in Fall Creek, Wisconsin. We went to high school together.
There you go. There's a little background.
Works for the American Red Cross.
Oh, very cool. So our friend Brian and our new pod turn, Sarah, also a habitual pointer-outer. So we thought here in our 10th episode, maybe it makes sense to do a little bit of a retrospective and go back and talk about some of the areas where we...
How can we move forward
than truthful
unless we look back on where we've been?
Oh my God.
Man.
You know what I mean?
You're like a fortune cookie.
So we've compiled a couple of our favorite edits.
There
are more.
There are many more.
There are more wrong things that have been said.
If we made a podcast of all the corrections to our missteps, it would be longer than the one that we put out.
Actually.
So
multi-part.
We have a bunch of edits here sent in by Sarah and Brian.
Yeah.
We just want to go through some of them and give props where they're due.
So Elliot, you want to kick us off? Because I feel like a lot of these a lot of them are yours.
You might think that, and looking down the list, fair amount of them are mine, but a fair amount of them are also Chad's. Very few are Caitlin.
Yeah.
You've said very few.
I'm on the ball. I've had a couple of missteps.
I think we have acknowledged, and our audience has agreed with us, that Caitlin is the smartest person in this room.
Well,
not true.
I mean, her vocabulary alone points towards that.
What is it, Chad?
It's very good.
Some jokes I don't mind when we make over and over again. Yeah.
Caitlin, you're objectively the smartest person in the room.
Okay, that's very untrue.
I would say subjectively as well.
Subjectively. We're all
I don't know. Audience.
Pretty good.
Tell us which one we
in
mean.
that vein, I'd like to share my first correction.
Okay.
Ooh.
So this one I think is very important.
Sure.
So you can, in all caps, CAN, have an apostrophe and an email address.
Ooh. Okay, we'll keep reading that comment.
No, I was just going to stop right there.
No, there's more to it.
All right. Then it says, however, most popular free sites don't allow for this feature. Gmail does not allow for this.
And let's be real, if you got to follow whatever Gmail allows.
All right, but
because if you're not accessible by Gmail, you're not accessible.
Well, in my book, it'll tell you what podcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, this is a good time to note.
Continue to write in.
Send it in to I'll tell you what at podcast@gmail.com.
Without an apostrophe.
Without an apostrophe.
All right, Chad, what do you have?
I have, I swear. Okay,
No,
I read more,
man.
and then I realized we were starting to cherry pick. So
yeah, I didn't realize we were going to cherry pick, but cool.
Oh,
all right.
That's fine.
No, all right.
It's
so
it's
Taco
a
John's. Tacos John.
Oh, Chad. Okay. Listeners, Chad is about to cold read, so just get ready for it.
Oh, my God.
Buckle up.
I rehearse everything, and I tried to do this, but
I bet you when he talks about McDonald's, he's going to say McDonald's.
As you'll recall from our karaoke episode, I'm not very good even when I do practice. Taco John's is headquartered out of Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Wow.
Not the Midwest, as I misclaimed.
Sorry,
Chad made a mistake.
Is it Cheyenne?
Cheyenne.
Did I say Cheyenne?
You
God
did.
damn it.
Also,
Cheyenne.
what's Wyoming? That counts as west?
I think it's the mountain
west.
region.
Yeah,
Mountain
mountain region.
west.
Yeah.
But it's like very close to the west.
Okay.
And very few people. I don't believe we have any listeners in Wyoming. If you are a listener in Wyoming, write us up.
Tell your friends.
Let
We
us
have
know.
one listener in Singapore.
We do?
I think it's
a bot. All right, Elliot, what else you got?
So I'm gonna I was trying to identify with our vegetarian friends at one point. Might have been episode 3 or 4, I don't know. And I stated that 1 out of 6 people are vegetarian. I just toss numbers out, you know what I mean? The true number is actually 5% of Americans.
Oh, well, close to 1 in 6.
And 3% are vegan.
Oh, okay.
Do some quick fractions for me.
I don't know how to do that.
5 out of 100, 1/20th?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was only off by a factor of
A lot.
30, 20 something.
All right, here's another one where I misspoke. I mentioned that birch trees grew in pairs, and it was like a sort of sweet thing.
Okay,
Yeah, it
okay.
was.
Because of Chad's nickname, Old Birch.
Yeah.
And I hopped on that bandwagon.
Oh yeah,
too.
I made up a little bit of it. I said, hey, never let the truth get in the way of a good story or a
Exactly.
good anecdote.
That's how I
right?
live my
That's my
life.
philosophy. But so you know what, y'all? They don't. Traditionally, they're planted that way in groups of 3. But the reason for the tradition has been lost to history.
A claim was made by me, perhaps, or maybe it was Elliot. I don't know.
It was one of the two of us, I'm sure.
So no fast food chains have cheese curds as a side. But it's been fact-checked that A&W Culver's also mentioned that it didn't make the list, but it should have been in there. And Dairy Queen in regional markets do serve cheese curds.
I can't
as
hear
sides.
any more about Dairy Queen from you.
Oh, man, the Chill and Grill.
I love the chill and grill. I learned about that.
Guys.
The grill
It's a
and
DuckTales
chill.
The grill
movie.
and chill.
Grill and chill.
Yet again, Chad messed something up.
I
No,
learned
no,
about
no,
it
no.
on the pod, and I've never looked back. I think it's so fun.
But also Culver's, their butter burger. Yum.
Is Culver's one of those that's like it's something somewhere and something else in a different part of the country?
I don't think so. It might just be
I don't
like
know Culver's.
It's probably just more of a Wisconsin, Minnesota thing.
We should investigate that.
Investigate
Ooh,
and report.
field
I want to mention something that hurts me deeply. McDonald's hot mustard,
Oh.
which I stated was my absolute favorite dipping sauce, was actually discontinued in 2015, but it's still available in select markets, which, as far as I know, New England is one of those regions, but that's upsetting.
All right. Not only do we sometimes inadvertently tell lies, sometimes like words escape us and we just, say or call things the wrong things. So one of our listeners wrote in, please let Chad know that it's not TGIF Fridays. It's TGI Fridays. The F is Fridays. And in that same vein, Elliot, it's not Sweet Home Caroline. It's just Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
And then this person goes on to say, you're from Boston, man. Come on.
Well, not from.
Well, you're
of Boston.
But I should have known. This is a good opportunity to say it's not easy, and sometimes things you didn't mean to say just come right out.
But here's the thing: it's probably not that hard
it's
either.
It's really not that hard. You're right. It's really not that hard.
What else?
This one is one of my favorites because it's not so much a correction for something we said wrong. It's that I was right and you two didn't believe me, and our audience was super engaged around the drinking age in a public establishment in Wisconsin. Young people can do it. It's backed up by Section 125.071 of the Wisconsin statutes. So, if you want to go drinking with your underage person, they have like the whole chain of children underneath. You can have a family trip to the bar, and everybody can have a beer.
To the pool
shed.
The
pool shed, yeah. We know you're right, but I still wanted to say it's a weird rule.
Oh, without question.
Oh, yeah.
So forgive me for not believing you in the moment, and also a little bit for not right now. I stated that a PG-13 movie can have one F word before it becomes R. Meaning that, if there's only one, it's okay.
Yeah.
However,
I've heard that before.
I was fact-checked that's kind of true, but it depends on how that word is used.
Kind of true is good for us.
Right. It's not that bad.
That
it depends on how it's used. If it's used as an adjective, such as, I don't give an F, that's okay. But if you say it as a verb, hey, let's go F. then the intent changes, and that word, even if it's the only one, would probably pump it up to an R.
Gotcha.
Pump it up.
So the use of that very agile word.
It's a very agile word.
Yes.
You can use it in many different ways, contexts, colors.
Yeah.
You can say F-D, F-ing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Still the same idea.
Yeah.
We, as evidenced by, what you just said there, we speak with a lot of confidence, regardless of...
Unabashed confidence.
Yeah, whether or not even we believe... what we say is true. We throw out a lot of dates too. Mm-hmm. We're very certain about when dates, things happened.
We sound certain.
Yeah. So Torn by Natalie Imbruglia came out in 1997.
Do you remember when we talked about this and Chad said Imbruglia?
I'm still not sure how to say it. I read it and I was like, this is not going to come out right. But suffice it to say, we were wrong again.
What did we say? 96?
We were close.
We were close.
We were close.
96 is pretty close.
Yeah. So I was proud of us for that. I'm going to put this one in the win column.
Sure. The Pixar theory, I want to dedicate a longer episode to, so I'm not going to go into the details.
Okay.
But it is a thing. So there was confirmation that other people, other than me, have heard about it.
So you did not make it up.
I didn't make it up.
That's great.
So it's like an urban legend? Is that what
No. So the leaders of Pixar have said that it's not true.
Oh.
So they've come out against it. But what they did actually do, they officially confirmed that the parents from Frozen that are presumed dead at sea, spoiler alert, for Frozen.
I told you I was never going to see it.
That the parents of Elsa and Anna actually do make it out of their shipwreck. They land on an island and they give birth to a son. Guess who it is?
I have no idea.
Tarzan.
What? Tarzan is Elsa's brother?
Yes.
Wow.
And that has been confirmed.
That confirmed, like they did a DNA test. Like somebody ordered up a 23andMe, and they just
So I thought that was super interesting.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool.
So Anna, Elsa, and Tarzan are actually brother and sisters.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. So this, I claim. Start that over.
Rewind.
All right. So Chad claimed. Damn it.
Ever since we started giving ourselves the grace to fuck up and then cut it out.
We take it.
We do it a lot.
All right. So Chad claimed that Pabst Blue Ribbon won a blue ribbon in 1893 because I read the can. Apparently, that wasn't the case. They just took some liberty. They actually won the World Fair Blue Ribbon in 1871 because a lot of other... Damn it. No, I misread that too.
No,
shit.
It does say on the can, one of the finest hops and grains are used, selected as America's best in 1893.
1893. So, okay, I got to just read this thing better.
Go for it.
Okay. So, Chad claimed that Pabst Blue Ribbon won their blue ribbon in 19... Damn it.
Oh, my God, I can't. So you get one more try. Take 7.
You're just going to have a supercut of me fucking this up.
I'm going to leave most of it in, I think.
So Chad claimed that Pabst Blue Ribbon won a blue ribbon in 1893 because I read it off the can.
It literally, we have PBRs in front of us now, and it says it on the can.
But apparently, they won that ribbon in 1882 and just decided to kind of fudge the numbers. So they pulled the same technique that we do with our facts on their label with that.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah.
Look at that. Birds of a feather. I like that.
Still won it.
I don't want to count that as a mistake on our part.
Because we were misled.
We were lied to.
Yeah.
So
you're right, Elliot.
So what we want our listeners to be is skeptical of the information that's coming at you.
Sometimes.
Right. Do your own research. Make your own opinions.
Yeah.
It's written in blue and white on the can.
Yeah.
I tell you what though. Still tastes delicious.
Trust no one.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
All right, I have one.
Final one. Something tells me I have a feeling what this one's going to be.
I have one final comment, and you know what? Yet again, it's not an actual correction.
Oh, shocker!
It's actually validating something. So actually, it's correcting you two.
Oh,
and it's validating something I said.
This is very frustrating.
This is a rare occurrence as well.
You might remember episode 8, the karaoke episode with our special guest Frankie.
Yep.
Where I made the statement that Freddie Mercury is clearly the best or one of the best singers of all time.
Yeah.
And Brian wrote in and told us that there actually is scientific evidence, which you can make science say whatever you want it to say, but there is scientific evidence.
I don't believe in global
to suggest
warming.
that Freddie Mercury was actually the best singer. There was a team of researchers who like
research.
analyzed his voice. He can sing 4 different octaves, which is like almost unheard of. So it may be difficult to say that he was the best, but like science kind of says he was the best.
Okay.
And I just want to, I'll speak for Brian here. He says, "I'm sorry, Frankie, but Cher doesn't have the range or vibrato."
Whoa.
that Freddie did.
Vibrato. It's a Chad word.
Holy cow, my wedding party is about to explode with this challenge that's just been put out there.
Well, party members against party members.
Ooh.
I'm on the side of
You
Brian.
know what I call it? A bunch of bologna.
Ooh.
I don't believe it. Well, that was a lot of fun.
It was.
Yeah, I like that.
It's always fun looking back on where you've been.
Yeah.
And it's glad to know that people are listening for the content, not just our sweet, sweet, smooth voices.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's safe to say we hit the jackpot with our listeners. We won the lottery. Did you guys see that there's like a big like Powerball jackpot thing lottery this week?
It's coming around again.
Yeah. Do you buy lottery tickets? Do you play
I'm going to
lottery?
say, yeah, I've heard about it. Just to like join the bit, but
I know.
but
I saw it. I literally saw it on the news like this morning. That's
I
the
have
only
no
reason
idea. I don't follow the lottery. Yeah. I don't watch local news, so no, I actually didn't have any idea about it.
Yeah, well, it's like $550 million or something.
That's a decent chunk. That's when I start to hear about it, and that's when we'll play.
Yeah,
because like when it's $4 million,
we're not
keep that
messing
chunk
around
change.
Yeah,
no
pennies.
We get up here where like it's not just gonna like improve my life; it's gonna change my life. Then I'm
pretty sure $4 million would improve or change my life.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm not gonna say no.
But like, would I be able to not have a job? I don't know.
Probably not. Yeah.
Like, it might be able to just be like a phone-in job.
What's the amount of money you would have to win to say, "I'm done, I quit, I walk away," knowing that most of our coworkers listen?
I think double digits million.
I agree.
I thought you were going to say double digits like $20.
No. Well,
I mean, I'd take
some
$20.
days.
Yeah.
So you're saying 10 million and up would be enough to get you to walk away?
I think so.
I'd set the bar at 20 probably.
20?
All right. So, double digits to walk away from work, but what
there's
about... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a certain number where like I know the answer. You get up to 3 digits in the millions.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, so this one's like $550 million.
This is definitely engagement
that's
as
a decent chunk.
What would you do if you won $550 million? And I'm not talking about, I don't want to hear the stuff like, oh, I'd be charitable. Yeah. I would pay down my student debt.
I would not be charitable.
Like, I like how you say pay down my student debt, not like pay off my student debt.
Pay off. No, I'd still like to keep it around for posterity. Or like, I'd take care of my family. We get it.
Yeah.
Sure, you're going to do that. Let's hold all that constant.
That's not a given.
What
for everybody?
But for this exercise, we'll just say we're going to do this. I want to know like what are the like obscene, crazy things that you would spend your money on if you're walking into $550 million when you wake up.
So
morning.
can we acknowledge so like our audience knows that we are good people at root. We would take care of all that stuff.
Yeah, that's all going to happen.
It's all taken care of.
These are like...
Now it's the rest of the stuff that we just
the
blow
limit.
the cash
Yeah,
on.
like if you just wanted to go wild, what would you do?
Okay, I'm with you on this.
Like, what do you got? What's on the hit list?
No, so I don't have much like... I don't live large.
Yeah,
really?
But now you get to. This is like just...
I would need to take...
silly
what
stuff.
What are the toys you're going to have, Elliot?
I would need to take I think I would want to get a pilot's license and get a plane.
See, that's cool.
Ooh, there we go.
So you know that movie like when we were kids, Blank Check? A live-action Disney movie? Disney?
Yeah. Remember how much he wrote that check for?
Yeah. Only $1 million.
Yeah, and he bought a mansion.
It was like 93.
His name was Macintosh.
Yeah, Mr. Macintosh.
So
what's like the wild stuff?
Moment.
Like you would like make an ice cream sundae in a trash barrel. You would like get a water slide in your pool. Like all that wild stuff that he did. As like an 8-year-old, ours would be a little bit different.
Wait, did you watch this movie as
research? No, but I have a very good memory of it for some reason. All right, you want to know what I would do?
Ooh, yeah.
Please.
You know what would be kind of fun? I would buy a racehorse.
A racehorse?
Yeah, why not? Rich people own racehorses.
That's true.
I would like
Is it because of the hats? Like you just want to go
totally.
to
And like those like
fascinators?
Those like the outfits that the jockeys wear. Like that's fun. You go to the Kentucky Derby. Like you get to name it some wild ass name that makes no sense.
Yeah, like Seabiscuit.
Yeah, or like a winning ticket or something because it would be like my lottery winnings or like I picked all 6. It'd be fun.
Have you ever been to a horse race?
No.
I've been to the track in Kentucky where the Kentucky Derby is ran, but I haven't actually seen the race.
You've been to the place where horses do race.
I've been to a race.
It's called
track. Downs.
Downs.
Not Suffolk.
Kentucky?
No. Oh, God damn it.
Well, write it into the mailbag.
let us know where the Kentucky Derby is.
We'll address it on episode 20. All right, so Chad, what outlandish thing would you do with your money?
Because definitely now that I'm a little bit older, my hobbies have changed. So I think once I have enough money, my hobbies would be even more minimal. I would want to buy a plot of trees and woodworking equipment so I could make my own things from the tree. I would cut down a tree with an axe.
Part of that is very sinister. You would grow a forest so then you can destroy it.
He just wants to end life.
Yeah. That's the plot of Fern Gully.
These are my trees. I'll do with them what I want. But I think it would that would be one of the things I would do is be now I got plenty of time. I'm going to cut down that tree with an axe. I'm not in a rush because I don't got to go to work.
That's true.
So I will cut it down. I will air dry it myself, and then I'm going to turn it into something.
Into something that'll fit in my pocket.
Yeah. Just so I can make some toothpicks.
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah. I like that. All right, Elliot, what wild thing would you do?
It's not wild, but I think.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry, I don't have a wild ambition. What I would do, that's kind of wild. I would buy a bunch of properties all around the world.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not wild
to travel to or just to have.
Well,
come on, man. Fill in the story.
You don't get much utility from just owning it, but I would spend a month in each of these places.
Okay.
What kind of places are you thinking?
So, I think you want a good variance in geography. So I think you'd get a mountain place in Aspen or Vail.
That's cool.
So that you can have the summer mountain, but also the winter skiing.
Yeah.
I'd probably get a beautiful apartment in Paris.
Oh, how romantic!
I'd have a little.
Très chic.
Oui. I'd have a really really fancy technology filled place in Tokyo.
Oh.
I'd have a lake house.
Robot.
I can see Elliot in a turtleneck while he's there.
I don't know what turtlenecks have to do with it, but yeah.
Maybe a dickie.
A conversation for another day, Chad.
I would buy a lake property on Lake Wallenpaupack in Pennsylvania, where I used to summer.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
All right, I like that, Elliot. That sounds
good.
cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope you invite Chad and I to visit.
Yes, please.
I would host everybody all the time, no matter what.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you'd pick us up with your private jet.
Yeah, because you'd have it.
I'd fly to you, pick you up, and take you wherever you wanted to go.
Oh,
yeah.
What a gentleman.
One of my things, I'm going to get a pilot's license.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we should have those captain's hats. We would have to wear those.
Ooh.
Custom.
Yeah, embroidered with our names on them.
In my plane, there would be a section that you can customize your own pilot hat.
Oh,
that's one of the things you do.
It's like when you go to Disney.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'd actually hire a Disney employee, keep him dressed in his Disney uniform, but put him on my plane
to do the embroidery.
He would embroider custom.
Ooh. That way you're hiring the best to do it,
Oh, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. No, it would be fun, but not very aerodynamic. If you put the Disney mouse ears on the plane, there were two little round things that came off the front. I don't think it'd get off the ground, but it would look cool.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
You're right.
That's
when you got
learned.
that much money. Speaking of travel, this is not a shoot the moon kind of one, but I would have a driver drive me everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Even now, if I'm stressed out in the morning and I'm running late, on the very rare occasion that I decide I'm going to take an Uber to work, I feel like an aristocrat. I said cat instead of crat. I feel like an aristocrat. Sitting in the back of that thing. I walk in with a real chip on my shoulder.
There's something elegant about it,
Yeah, there is. And let me tell you, I'm not sitting in any Uber X. I'm in a pool, and I'm still feeling that good.
I have never used Uber Pool.
Yeah, you
really?
would.
I've never done it. But the other day, I did get an Uber X. I'm a Lyft user.
Yeah, sure.
But Lyft was having problems with his app, so I had to get an Uber. But the guy showed up in a Mercedes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was a black Mercedes. I didn't order an Uber black.
You got it though.
Yeah, I was very pleased.
And you felt good, right? You're like, this is a little glimpse into what 550 million could buy me.
But it was an old Mercedes. It was a 2010. Go on.
Yeah. How dare they?
But similar, but opposite coin of that. I think I would drive some fancy cars.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I would but I don't want to own a bunch of supercars.
Yeah.
I would just go race them on a racetrack and like mess them up a little bit.
Well, they could be like disposable to you. You could like literally drive it one time and get your money's worth.
Something that we've used just in our language quite a bit is like shooting to the moon. Are we traveling to the moon?
Oh, Chad!
Is that something that's on our list?
Yes.
Did you hear about this?
No.
SpaceX did their
no
first ever civilian space flight.
Was it Lance Bass? Didn't he say he wanted to go to space?
So the civilian is still an employee of SpaceX, but still, she's the first ever civilian woman to go into space.
So like non-NASA trained astronaut.
Oh, I thought that was just a capsule. I didn't realize there was a person on that.
Yeah, there was a person, two pilots and a person.
Wow.
She was up there testing like the zero-G stuff and the experience for the future customers, which will be in the next couple years.
All right, so let's do it. Let's sign up.
So yeah, we're going to the moon.
Yeah.
Well,
or at least outer space.
Granted, it wasn't the moon. It was just space.
Yeah.
It was like 58 miles up is when like...
Oh, that doesn't feel that
far. It's when space technically
I don't go
starts.
up for anything less than
like
75 miles above.
After the stratosphere?
Whatever.
I don't know how that works. Yeah.
Brian will write in and tell us.
Someone will let us know about that.
I have certain pairs of jeans that I still have from high school.
Crazy.
That I love them so much, but I don't think they're produced anymore. I would commission those jeans
I like that.
to be remade.
That's
so
cool.
I can have like just 3 more pairs of jeans.
just 3 more.
Just
but
the 3.
But have the Target brand company, whatever they do, remake the fabric, remake the cut, do all of it so I can get the same corded jeans.
You wouldn't want more than 3, you just want 3.
No.
Because as we've learned, time after time, you can still fit into your high school clothing.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So really, you're never going to get bigger or smaller. You're just going to be this for the rest of your life.
But if he did, he could have the jeans remade.
He could have them remade.
Mm-hmm.
Change the color up, whatever he wants to do.
Stonewashed.
You know what would be fun? Like renting out an entire like amusement park, like Disneyland, whatever, for the day or for the week, whatever you want, with like all your friends and family and stuff.
That is my dream.
I mean, that would be it. See, that would be a fun one.
I would do it at more of a thrill park than Disney, I think.
Yeah.
I think Cedar Point might be the spot to do it.
Whatever you want. All of them.
It's whatever. Yeah.
A road trip.
Yeah. We'll hop on Elliot's Mickey Mouse airplane.
Yep.
Oh.
That would really fit the Disneyland trip.
Do you think you could do, what about Disneyland and Disney World in the same day?
Yeah.
I like that,
you
Chad.
mean like coast to coast?
Yep.
You gotta go world to land.
Yeah, breakfast
like
at Disney World.
Like that time change will help you out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And if you have a private, you can probably land like on the Disney property.
Yeah. I'd also like buy
That's
like
a good idea, Chad. That's actually
yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like that. You wake up.
Let's get crazy. Disney Paris for breakfast, dinner, or you'd have to play it.
You'd have to map it out with the time zones.
If you're going Paris to Florida to California, fact checkers check me.
Singapore,
you can probably still do that all in one technical calendar day.
Yeah. You play it right, you might be able to like do a world tour and like do a ride.
And then you get like a Guinness Book of, like record thing.
Right.
So that's the icing on the cake on that one.
Something that's out of reach for most people is you can actually there is an apartment or like just a single hotel room in the castle in Disney World.
Yeah.
You got to stay
That's
there.
where you're staying.
Yeah.
If I was just doing Florida, California, I'd wake up on my travel day in the castle.
That's a good move.
That's cool. What else?
That's a good call, though.
Yeah, I'd probably buy like one of those huge like yachts, like a Beyonce, Jay-Z kind of thing.
Right.
And then we would just be on it all the time. Like that would be fun. Like parties on the yacht in the summer.
I mean, we can get close to that dream in our lifestyle. We just downgrade everything.
Yeah, just like a kayak.
A canoe.
Yeah. We've
Or
got
we can
those.
settle-
We've
I
got
mean,
those already.
We can
We're
settle
good.
for what we've done is just a couple inner tubes
Yeah.
with Chad pushing us around as we tie our
We
canoes
tie
together.
with like a frayed rope.
Slicing up my feet on the clamshells and the
I mean, I wasn't going to walk on those.
Yeah.
So we've lived a life.
So far, we spent a lot of money.
We're really just upgrading the life. I think something that I would do is I really enjoy Settlers of Catan.
Okay.
Catan or Catan? Are we going with Catan? I say Catan.
I say Catan.
Okay. Settlers of Catan is a game that I really enjoy. We're going to play it after this, probably.
Like we do every time.
Over a nice frozen pizza. You're welcome.
This is living, people.
I would try to build a life-size Settlers of Catan.
Great.
When you say life-size, do you mean like person-sized pieces, or do you mean like an island?
Like take an acre or two.
Oh.
An island, obviously. Yeah. An island where...
And plant some trees, plant some like hay.
It would still be very specifically like the lines would still be very drawn. So like it'd be sand right up to some ore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
So like it would from the top down it would look like a board.
How far?
But it would
you
actually
have to
be
see
2
that?
acres.
Wow.
Oh. So you're kind kind of describing like the Hunger Games almost.
I want to live the Hunger Games just without all the death and the violence.
Yeah, you're just building roads and.
But yeah, think Hunger Games. Make it a game.
Okay, I like that.
You know what part of that board I'm going to be taking over? The timber, because I'm going to be living my life. I'm just going to.
That's right. He already owns.
I'm living my dream and part of your dream.
The whittling woods is what they call it.
You know what? I like the cross dream.
Yeah, that's
work
cool.
We're doing there.
Okay, so speaking of which, like, I would build a time machine.
Ooh.
And the science exists.
Yeah. Anything is on the table at this rate. Yeah.
You've commissioned.
Yeah,
you've commissioned whoever you need to invent the time machine.
Totally.
Where do you go?
I mean,
go back and buy that same ticket.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, like the plot of Back to the Future too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best of the Back to the Futures.
Yeah, I like that one. I mean, I'd go back to like the Jurassic period. Like, I'd want to see the dinosaurs.
That's tough.
Ooh.
I'm not staying. I'm literally just like,
it also depends where you show up.
Yeah.
Like, are you right in a chomp?
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah, I'd have to plan for it. So I definitely do that. What else? I mean, like, not the Middle Ages, because that just sounds like dark.
It's like romanticized a little bit.
Yeah, but then it's like, what about
Romeo
the plague?
and Juliet, Tristan and Isolde. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Oh, great movie. But like, it's actually really dirty and dangerous.
Yeah.
A lot of sick people.
Yeah.
You don't live all that long.
Sure.
And unless you're like royalty, your life is not great.
Not great.
I don't want to go back there.
Ooh,
yeah.
But if you were to go back there, you would want to transition some of your current money into like gold.
Oh,
so you
true.
go back and like maybe play around for a little bit in that lifestyle.
Yeah.
What to take us back to reality a little bit. Theoretically, one of them is possible, right? Isn't time travel to the future technically
because like
theoretically
space and the theory of relativity
is
and that
it
kind of
you
thing?
can go into the future?
This is going to be another mailbag. Maybe.
I think it's the future.
Chad's like miming like a fake equation.
I think you can like theoretically go into the future, but then you can't get back, which is sad.
It's like Interstellar. Did you see that movie?
It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. Rocked my world.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'll come up in a later list episode.
I really get it. I saw it with our friend Satoya. We saw it in the movie theater, and like we were talking about it afterwards.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, I loved it. Like blah blah blah." And I was like, "Yeah, part of it. Like what was it about?" She's like, "Caitlin, so dumb."
I love that movie a lot. There's actually on my bookshelf over there. It's called The Science of Interstellar, because they really tried to base it in some sort of reality of like potential theoretical physics and science. Really cool. I love that movie. But yeah, if I had a time machine, the past is cool. It's fine. I would like to see some of the big things.
Oh,
but
you would go into the future.
I would much rather be interested in the future.
That's cool.
Because the past,
you've read about it.
I can generally find out what it was like, kind of. I know it's different when you're there. I get that. But like, the future interests me a lot more than the past. And like, I don't think it's ever been a better time to be a human than it is right now. So I think any time before now, as far as human, I don't think it would actually be that enjoyable. Like Middle Ages,
I mean,
tough.
they didn't have AirPods, Elliot.
Or these fancy little microphones.
Yeah,
one thing that stands out to me just in this conversation is like the present that we're in right now, and how I wonder if it's going to be fondly looked back at. Like when my wife and I were on our honeymoon, we saw glaciers in Iceland, and we're like, great, we need to take this in because our grandchildren might be like,
dark.
Glaciers? You guys got to see glaciers? And so we're like, let's like really take this in because within a century, they may not be there.
So you're telling me we definitely need the time machine?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm spending some of our money on that for sure.
I'm going to buy some pretty bomb-ass super soakers.
Oh,
and like the game days are going to be fun.
Yeah.
At like the property that I have, like not just going to be a house, like there's going to be a property.
Yeah.
So Elliot's got the Catan
trees
thing.
Like, behind.
Just imagine like Elliot's Catan Island, us running around with super soakers on a hot day. Cooling each other down.
Thanks. Each other. That's nice.
It's like a real world like laser tag arena. Oh, you know what would be fun? To rebuild the aggro crag from Guts and just like have it at your house.
Why stop at the crag? Build the whole studio.
Okay, cool. I'm into that.
I think some of my like hobbies I'm still gonna have. Like when we go down to the Cape, one of the things I enjoy so much is skipping stones on the water.
He does love to skip.
He does. He's
and
much
I'm
better at it than the rest of us.
But maybe I might just do it with fancier stones.
Oh, like diamonds.
Like get like some fine crystals and like skip them into like a pond. I would like it'd be a pond on Catan Island. But still, that way we can just
right
mine
off the beach of Catan Island.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
At the
but
port.
Like, I'm not going to be wasteful. Like,
No.
I will keep the rubies. Like, we'd mine them back out of the pond.
Yeah, it's like a fountain where you throw pennies. Eventually somebody goes in there with the...
grabs them all back.
I mean, you could design them to the perfect width and circumference. Like, to make it an optimal skipping stone.
You can get them monogrammed with your initials.
Oh, my gosh. Now we're
speaking. I mean, that would mess with the aerodynamics, but... I support the idea.
Yeah, we'll maybe
get it laser etched on the inside.
Yeah. There's a way to do it.
Always. Customized skipping stones made out of rare jewels.
I'd also like invest in a hobby that I could get really good at that like would take a lot of like time and like support. Like I'd become a painter. Which arguably I could do without having $550 million. I just think
I think the time is a big
my
thing.
access to the ability to be great and the time to do it would be on my side.
I like that. That's a peaceful hobby.
Yeah.
You commented on the guitar that's in my corner.
Yeah.
I do rock out here and there in my home, but I think it was something I would do. I would build, and like, this isn't crazy, but it's still cool. I would build a full studio. With all the instruments, and I would hire somebody to like be my studio tech.
Oh, I like that.
So that I can play songs and he can mix it.
Yeah, and then you could pay radio stations to play it. Pay for play. People would be forced to like listen to you, at least for the first couple seconds before they switch. All right, we got a couple bucks left in the bank.
So similar to Elliot's Catan Island, we play a lot of Ticket to Ride as well. Imagine a board with like miniature like a train track that's the size of our coffee table, so we could like legit ride the train to the station. Similar board, similar idea.
Really not following this.
I thought you were going to say like
it's life size.
Well, it's not like whole life size. It's not like the United States.
Yeah,
but it's big enough that like the model train that
we could physically
sit on it. like a Walt Disney
that's
size
fun.
thing.
Yeah.
When you said that it would be a life size Catan or a life size Ticket to Ride board, I was like, Chad, that's the United States.
Yeah,
it exists.
No, I was thinking something like a football field size.
I like that.
That way, like
awesome.
That would be fun.
we'd have to tweak it because I don't want to be laying physical rack down.
Right.
But I want this is my piece of track.
Well, it would be a thing where you like point and it would just like appear.
Yeah. Yeah, I claim it.
Yeah.
This has gone from like being millionaires to like being like Harry Potter.
Or we could just take your time machine to the future when that technology exists.
Yeah.
I would pay a scientist to create magic so I could be Harry Potter.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And then I'd build Hogwarts.
Yeah.
I think there's enough money for us to each get a sandwich. What's the sandwich? What's your lottery sandwich gonna be?
Oh, like your go for broke sandwich, your favorite sandwich?
Like you got $2,000.
Well, I'll tell you what,
left.
I'm putting avocado on it, and I'm not even flinching when they tell me it's extra.
One of my favorite sandwiches is just a classic pastrami.
Oh, that's a good sandwich
with pickles and mustard and maybe a little bit of cheese, maybe not. You don't really need it. Sometimes add some mayonnaise because I'm a maniac. But I would just do whatever the most decadent version of that is.
So you could like commission the cow to become your sandwich.
Sure, and I would feed it. I would care for it. I would raise it. I would treat it right.
You might get too close to that
it's
cow.
Real end to end.
Farm to table.
Yeah, farm to
Elliot.
Yeah. I think I would have a pilgrim sandwich.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my like
a Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. That's my
I like
go-to.
that.
Yeah.
I would do like a super deluxe grilled cheese.
Ooh.
Like with tomato on it.
Like gold leaf in there?
Yeah, why not? That doesn't taste like anything though, does it? It's literally just for
it's so thin, yeah.
Yeah. And avocado. Then you know what? Maybe bacon.
Ooh, nice.
You could add bacon.
Yeah. I'm trying to think like, do I want it? Yeah, I want it, sure. Why not?
I would go to McDonald's and order a McDouble and just add like 30 patties.
Oh my God, that's so
and just make
gross.
it like super disgustingly thick and just revel.
So I think we spent all the money.
I think it was well spent
yeah,
too.
I think we spent probably a lot more than we had to begin with.
Yeah, the debt collectors are chasing us down, but they're not going to find me because they don't know which building I'm in. I could be anywhere in the world. Where in the world is, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, so that's feeling
where
like
you are.
It is. It's where we all are. That's feeling like episode 10,
That's
guys.
episode 10.
I feel
We
pretty
did
good about it, yeah.
We crossed the line, double digits.
Yeah, thank everybody for listening.
Yeah, thanks for
Yes.
sticking with us through this journey.
Thank you.
This has been I'll Tell You What, and what do we say? You've been
Told.
Perfect.
Bye.
That
Thanks,
was great.
everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Good night.